Alright guys, we're going to be looking at Music Stand today. Now Music Stand is a Planning Center app, but it's a completely separate app from the Planning Center Services app that most of us have downloaded on our iPads. Now go out to the App Store, you'll want to download Music Stand. The icon looks like that. It should be the first one that comes up. Once you get it downloaded and installed, go ahead and tap on it. Now, it's actually going to give you a login page. Go ahead and just log in with your normal Planning Center login. And what it's going to do is it's going to take you to this screen. Now, you'll notice that there's going to be this sidebar right here. You can access that by this icon right here. And that makes it go away and come back. Now, what you're going to see here is you're going to see the plans that are coming up that you have been scheduled for. Music Stand is a little different and unique in the fact that it only gives you future plans and it only gives you plans that you've been scheduled for. So if you're looking for anything else, you'll probably need to go into either the Services app or to the desktop to get that information. Now, you'll also notice that there is a CWC Denton and a CWC Perryton folder. Now, as we move forward and Denton gets launched, they're going to be able to use this as well. That's why it's set up. And these folders are handy. Let's say, for example, you play for Impact, but you also play for Sunday morning. Well, you want to see the Impact worship service plan. So what you do is you tap on the Perryton folder, and now you can see, hey, here's Impact. I can tap on that, and that's going to give me the next plan that I've been scheduled for Impact. So it's a really cool thing. You can go back and get to that main area. You'll also notice that there are three icons on the top. The first one is your plans. The second one is songs. These are all the songs that are in the song database. You can actually, if you're an admin like myself, you can drag and drop them in, so I could create this on the fly. And then there's a final app, which looks like an iPad, and this is where you can actually link two iPads together. And I'll go more into that in just a little bit. It's a cool tool if you need it. Obviously at the bottom there's logout and help if you have any questions. So going back to plans, take a look at this Sunday that's the next one coming up. And you'll see that we have our order of service, and this is linked directly to Planning Center, so if something changes there, it automatically gets updated. What you may have to do is pull down and you'll see this icon, and that means that it's just refreshing. Now, since this is designed to replace your Music Stand, it's designed to replace the charts and the binder that you have, most of the time you're not going to look at this in landscape mode. So we're going to switch it over to portrait. And we're going to walk through kind of the features and functionality that you're going to be using. Now, if you'll notice, here's all of our songs that we have for the worship order. And then there's underneath, you'll see the names of the songs again. Well, these are the actual names of the chord chart attachments. And the reason this is important is, for example, like Lead Me to the Cross, it's an F sharp, but if I tap on that, you'll notice that there's the capo version of the chart. So since I'm an acoustic guitarist, I'm going to hit that one, and that way I'll have the capo version come up, and that because that's the chart I want and need for practice and Sunday morning. So that's really cool. So if you want to see the actual chart, all you do is just tap, and it brings you to the chart. Now, these are right now exact duplicates of the chord charts that I give you guys each and every week. These are created in Word, and so they're all Word docs, and I've just copied them over to a PDF format. That's what this is reading. Not that you care, but what that means is if we need to make any changes to these, we can do so, and we're not going to affect any of the Word documents that I've created for your binders. So that's a really cool thing, because if we need to make adjustments to any of these charts to help you guys out and be more conducive to Music Stand, we can do that. Now, if you want to see the next chart, all you have to do is swipe to your right or to your left to get back. You can also do it just by tapping. So there's a lot. It's really easy to scroll through all of this stuff. If you got a two-pager, there you go. Page 2. Tap it again, page 1. Now, If you're concerned about trying to play while tapping, you can also purchase a foot pedal that will basically enable you to go backwards and forwards. It's all Bluetooth linked, so it gives you hands-free operation, which is kind of cool. So there's a lot of great stuff that we can do with these charts. Obviously, we can look at them, but let's say, hey, this text is a little too small. Well, if you tap up here, it's going to give you a pull down, and what you can do is you'll notice this down arrow right here. You drag that down, and now what you can do is you can zoom, and by pinching, and you can zoom in to where you need the chart to be. Once you're good with where it's been zoomed to, you hit done, and what it will do is it will actually save that zoom for not only just this page, but for every page. So it makes it larger for the entire chart, which is nice. So if you're happy with that and you're like, this is great, like this, you can leave that and it's going to save that for you. So the next time you come in to Music Stand, it is saved automatically, and that's what you're going to get the next time around. So you don't lose it when you go out of this. Now, there are other features that are up here as well. When you just tap it, drops down this menu. You can go back to the service order, and what's nice about this is you don't have to go in order. You can actually tap them out of order and it will bring you straight to that chart. Tap at the top here. Over here to the right, there's some cool features. The first one is a play button, and this will actually load up a MP3 of the song. You go here and you can adjust volume. This is a cool feature called looping. Let's say you just wanted to focus on that first part of the song, trying to get, say for example, the drum beat down. You can actually scroll and you can loop in between, and it will just repeat and repeat and repeat everything within that section. And the section can be in the middle of the song, it does not matter. So that helps you guys as you're practicing through, because you can see the chart, you're hearing the song, you can practice with your instrument all right from the app. So that's really cool. Just normal play controls here. Obviously volume is right here, up and down. And then you have a playlist feature. Now playlist is cool because let's say we have different versions of a song, a Jesus Culture version, a Newsboys version, a Hillsong version. This will give you the different versions that you can actually tap on, and it will bring those up. Right now, for whatever reason, it's doubling, and I'm told that that will be fixed in an update shortly. So if you see two of them out there, that's what's going on. Now you can exit out of this. There's also right here a metronome feature, and this is really, really neat because what it enables you to do is you can hit play, and I'll turn this up so you can hear it. So this is the metronome, and so as you're practicing through with the song, you can practice in the correct BPM. Now, what I've done is I've done my best to get the BPMs as accurate as I possibly can. However, if you find that one is out, you can actually tap on BPM and it will bring up this control. You can actually tap in right here, the BPM, or you can use this jog wheel and you can get it 77.1 or 0.2. I mean, it's very precise, and that way you can tap in the tempo as you're playing along with the song. You can also set the time signature. This is 4/4. And if you're playing the metronome, you can hit 16ths, make it go twice as fast, or you can tell the top bar to flash every time the metronome hits for a visual aid. So that's really, really neat. It's a very powerful feature right there. You can practice in the correct time signature and kind of get that into your memory as well. Finally, there's annotations, and that's this icon right here. If you tap on it, what you're going to see is a whole new bar come up. Now this first one is a pin, and what you can do is, let's say, hey, I want to circle this C sharp minor. You can do that. Let's say you want to come here. This is your highlighter, and you can choose your highlight color. And I want to highlight this in purple. You can also set the thickness of your highlighter to be as thick or as thin as you need it to be. This is an erase box. Let's say, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. I want to erase it. You create an erase box and everything within that box gets erased. And then finally you have a text box, and you can choose your text color right here. And if you go in when you have the text box and tap, it brings up that. Now you can adjust the height of your text, what font, and then you can say, let's say for example here, we don't always play that C sharp minor. So if I had don't play, and I hit done, now I want to get this closer, so I'm going to come up right here. And so it allows you to put annotation and notes into your chart, and the system saves it automatically. So next time you come in with this chart, boom, there you go. You have it ready to go for you. So it's a really cool function, and it's great if you have tone settings, or you want to, let's say you're playing keyboard and you want piano and strings, you could actually type that in. That's a really cool feature. You also have a backspace right here, so it takes you undo, and then you have a clear all. You can do the entire attachment or just this page, do this page, and all of that goes away. Now, I talked a little bit earlier about syncing iPads together, and basically what that does is you set up a session and you will sync a couple of iPads together so that when I swipe, the other iPad automatically swipes as well. So that's a really cool feature if you've got one person and you're just like, hey, you handle changing the chord charts, that's fine. So that's an option to you guys as well. So this is, in a nutshell, Music Stand. If you've got any questions on it, please let me know. Oh, one final feature, you can actually invert and make it a nighttime thing. Now this only works with what's in here. When you go to the chart, it still pulls up the chart the way that it was saved. However, it's still a cool little feature. And if you are in landscape mode, you can actually see the chart 2 pages at a time. However, unless you have really good eyes, that may be too small for you. But you can still do all the other stuff while you're practicing. If you did have it in, let's say you were looking at Hosanna and you tap at the top and you still wanted to play along with it and have the whole chart available, you can do that. So there's lots of great stuff available within this one app. And it's also a way that you can have a music stand in a digital format, and you don't have to type stuff into your iPad if you've been doing that. It's automatically linked and synced and there for you. So that is Music Stand. Hope this was helpful. If you got any questions on it, please let me know. I'd love to talk to you about it. We've done a lot of work on our song database to get it to this point. And I obviously want to know if there's things that I can do to help you guys so that we can get this going for you. And I would encourage those of you who are wanting to kind of step out and kind of do this, let me know. And I'll do my best to make it as easy on you as possible. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.